welcome back. This is a DRIPX Extra, the tips and tricks. Now, there's a lot that's been going on in the past, 5 days, almost 6 days, and everyone's getting excited about what's to come day 8, 9, and 10, and into the future. All right, let's engage. All right, first thing we need you to do, if you are already a member of DRIPX or you plan to be, you need to get into the Telegram group and vote. You need to vote. Vote one of the two options. Okay, and it's whether or not, let me just go ahead and read the question to you. That's your vote. Okay, this is what Hustle Man Matt, one of the devs, put out. If you had to pay a small fee to end your miner at 51% and receive full credit for your tokens auto-staked and staking payouts, would you rather A, choose 0.1 BNB, or B, 0.05 BNB? And remember, these fees will contribute to buying and burning the DRIPX tokens. So now you need to vote. So what's going on? I mean, things are still in flux. I was in the voice chat inside of DRIPX, and there were some really, really, really valid points, like dilution. The last thing we want to happen is what happened with Titan X when Dragon X came, and it just dismantled the stakes. It was useless to do a stake. And the thing is, we committed to 3,500 days, and we got 29 cents on a stake day, on an 8-day payout. We do not want that. So I behoove you to get into the voice chat, to get into the Telegram, at minimum Twitter, and listen in so you can have an educated vote as what's going to be best. And we understand that we want it to be the best for us legends, but we still want it to be beneficial to the protocol. We want the protocol to last. We don't want the protocol to be 60 days and then it just dies. No. We want it to work for everybody, so everybody gets paid and build their bags, and at the same time be productive for the protocol so the protocol can continue. So again, this is what you need to do, is get in here and vote. But please go through the Telegram, and there's the comments, there's other questions in there, and I'm sure. Oh, and definitely tune in tomorrow to Kryptonite's or Drip to Wealth, to his Twitter Spaces, because Hustle Man Matt is going to be on there, and I'm sure this is going to come up. So if you can't, I don't have my phone right here, tune into Twitter Spaces with Drip to Wealth or Kryptonite, and listen in so you can make an educated vote. Please, please, please. Again, this is going to be the buy and burn of the miners. And of course, like he said in the question here, it's going to be buying and burning the DRIP tokens. Okay, so enough on that. Next up, the legends requested, and of course, L7 is going to deliver. They wanted a better visual than the visual that we had. Okay, so essentially, our cycle of prosperity. Here you go. Everybody's coming in with the BNB. You come in, you create your miner with your BNB. You create a miner or miners, it's up to you. The earlier, the better, always. So then your miner comes due, say you got it for 30 days. It's day 30. You come in, you collect your DRIP tokens, your DRIPX tokens. Now, you're going to take your DRIPX tokens and you're going to stake them. You can create different stakes, ending on different days. It's totally up to you. Of course, once you hit 88 days, that's the max you're getting the biggest bonus. But if you say, well, I want to do a 30-day stake and a 60-day stake and a 90-day stake so you can have some tokens, that's totally up to you. You do what's best for you. So anyhow, you're going to take your DRIPX tokens and you're going to create your stakes, multiple or one large one. Then, now when your stake comes available, or at the end of that, or as well as the 8-day payouts and 28-day payouts and all the different payouts, you're going to receive the BNB. This is where you take the profit from. Please understand. So we're going to take the profit from BNB. Now, see here with the split, you go into your Rabby wallet. The split is up to you. So say you get in $1,000 of BNB. You can take it and split it 50-50, 70-30, whatever ratio, 90-10. You could take 10% for you and put 90% back in to create more miners. It's totally up to you. It's just all you're doing is repeating the cycle, and it goes through again. So every time your miners come through, your stakes come due on 8-day payout, 28-day payout, or whatever day payout it is, you take a portion for yourself and you create some for additional miners. It's just that simple. BNB in, DRIPX out. DRIPX in, BNB out. So we want to take our profits into BNB. This is where the big money is sitting. Just wait till BNB is over $600 like it was last bull run. They're talking anywhere between $1,000 and $1,600. We'll see. But again, I just wanted to give a better visual for all of the legends out there so they can understand how this is supposed to work. All right, I think that's it. Okay, here's some more information for the miners. The miners, they're going to run from 8 days to 280 days. Hopefully my legends already, I'm sure you already done read the white paper. The power 1 to 100, that determines the cost of BNB for you to purchase it. The ladder, you can do daily, weekly, bi-weekly, however you want to create your stakes. Your miners. Meaning if you do a daily one, you can do one every single day for the month of March that comes due. Just that simple. Or you can say, I just want one on the 1st and one on the 15th. Okay, I just want one on the 1st. I want one for the first 7 days, none for the next 7 days, and then another set of 7 miners that come due, whatever you want. The batch. If you create your miners with the batch, you'll be able to create 8 in one shot, in one transaction, but they will all come due on the same date. Period. You'll have the same power, the same amount of days, and then the day that it will be, that it will finish. And of course, it's up to you, to maintain your drip bag on the side. So when your miner comes due and the miner ends and you say you're getting 1 million tokens, you can take 100,000 tokens and just sit it in the bag. That's totally up to you. And then take the rest and put it into the stakes. And the max is always going to be the best return. 280 days, best return. Power 100, the best return. Then any way going to the left. Now for your stakes. Now the stakes go from 1 day, to 3,500. Oh, this should be 2888. Please overstand, it should be 2888. But putting 3,500 in there is perfectly fine. That's what I did. And your ROI estimate and the value return. So when you when you move that little slider from 1 day to 3,500, that's going to determine how many tokens you're going to get and the bonuses you're going to get. And again, here with your stake, you can create ladder stakes as well. You can have a stake and you put it in there for 30 days, then you get your tokens. Or you can create one for 60 days, then you get your tokens. Another 90 days, then you get your tokens. It's totally up to you. But remember, when you go these low in an amount of days duration, you're going to get a crappy bonus. And you'll see that when you're playing with the calculator. The duration, of course, the longer, the better. Overstand. The max is going to always give you your best return. Then you're going to have these payouts, 8-day, every single, and please understand, I had a question about, well, do you mean I'm going to get that every 8 days? Yes. If you go into a stake and you stake for 3,500 days, every single 8 days, you're going to get a payout. So if say it's the 1st of March. So the 1st of March, you get a payout. Then 8 days later, another payout. 8 days later, another payout. 8 days later, another payout. 8 days, another payout. As long as your stakes are active. Now, if you only do 30 days worth of stakes, you're going to get 3 8s and 128. And then you're going to get your tokens returned to you. That's it. So please overstand. Now, yes, you see it. It's coming. But what is it? Now, L7 try to keep you abreast of exactly what's going on with whatever protocol we are discussing. So let's indulge. First thing I'm going to do is send a special shout out to Breaded Bytes and appreciate the breakdown, the VYPER mechanics for DRIPX. You can collect your full share of your miner at 51% of your time has expired. Number 2, you can also collect your D rank bonus up until that exact time. 1 and 2 above will be put in a full-length stake, earning you BNB rewards. Number 4, You will not get any. Let me make sure you ensure that you overstand this. You will not get any D rank bonus that you would have gotten had you held on longer or until the end. Number 5, you will pay a fee to use the above VYPER mechanics. At this time, the vote is leaning forward 0.1 BNB per miner. Why? This is why TF would they add this mechanic? Well, to incentivize people to use DRIPX like it was meant to be used. Why wouldn't they penalize people for leaving early? Well, to incentivize people to use DRIPX like it was meant to be used. For a small fee and a sacrifice of future D rank bonuses, you're able to create your stake and increase your percentage of ownership in half the time. This will lock up the billions of DRIPX for the longest term possible, the 3,500 days. What does this do? Duh. It curbs inflation and helps keep a healthy price chart. It also financially blesses those that use the system like it's supposed to be used. And those people are more apt to put in more, making this the absolute current uncontested king of the DeFi apps on the planet. And that's where that circle of prosperity comes in. They want everyone to play along and have that full circle complete. Now, as you can see in the beginning, when I was talking about the question that needs to be answered for the poll or the vote, that is VYPER. So please, 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 again, get in there and put your vote in. Here's some information. Like I say, of course, everything is changing, and hopefully we'll get more information tomorrow in the Twitter spaces. We will see. But I had to add this piece into the video to ensure that my legends are always in the know. KRS-ONE, knowledge reigned supreme over nearly everyone. Now, as always, this is for informational, educational purposes only. This is never intended as any type of financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm here just sharing information in regards to DRIPX and some extras for you because, like I said, we get these protocols. We want it, and it's already tough enough with the community because everybody doesn't want to play the game properly to make it last. And we've seen that with a bunch of protocols. People want to get in, just take the money, bank run, whatever you want to title it. If everybody plays the game the right way, DRIPX can last. I don't know what else to say. KRS-ONE, knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. So, all right, legends, I just wanted to bring you some information. So please get into the Telegram and vote. Put your vote in because every vote counts. Because if you don't vote and you don't like the way it is, it's your fault. You didn't vote. It is what it is. So as always, remember to get in where you fit in. And this is an individual endeavor. Do what's best for you, your family, and your finance. And that really comes into what you do with your miners and what you do with your stakes. And as always, all I ask is that you please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And to all of the legends, engage.